Here we are for the Barnet Boxing Barber. I always told you one day I'm going to interview you, and PT Pearce, you're here at last.
Yeah, mate, what can I say? Didn't really know what to expect, what to anticipate, but it seems like it's going to be a great occasion. My kind of expertise as a corner man, a little bit shaky, but I'll get stuck in and do my best. Should be a good crack. So best of luck to Lenny tonight.
Well, I've asked you to help me do the corner here because we're only in Liskeard, it's up the road, and you know everybody knows it's well documented. I was 14 stone when I met you, and you've got me in the shape of my life, and we're continuing on that journey. I'm feeling good, baby.
Mate, what can I say? At the end of the day, it's a testament to you and the hard work that you put in. I might have provided some tools along the way, but you're the one that's had the grit and determination. You've had a bit of a vision about where you wanted to go with it, and I've just helped to facilitate that as much as I can. So, you know, ultimately, you're the one that showed up. Yeah, mate.
But I've learnt so much. I've learnt so much about sports people, about the preparation, you know, about getting yourself in the right condition mentally, physically for a challenge. And, you know, people don't realise what goes into behind the scenes with these guys boxing. We've spent morning after morning, night after night, sweat and tears there with you training me. And there's been times where I've hated you and I've not wanted to get out of bed and come, but we've both put it in. When I turn up, you're there, and when you turn up, I'm there. We can't get rid of each other.
Yeah, hey, we're approaching summer now, we're in the spring, so those freaking cold, dark mornings, hopefully we've seen the back of that. So, you know, that uphill struggle, hopefully things are going to get a little bit easier from now on. That being said, ultimately, you've been training for the best part of nearly 2 years with me now. So you're getting into that kind of well-trained zone where we've got to think about what we're doing a little bit more. We could, like prior to this, we could go in all guns blazing, but we've got to have a little bit more of a strategy now, trying to nail the nutrition, because obviously this year you want to be bigger, faster, stronger, leaner than you were last time. So, and I think let's do it.
When I first met you, I was 14 stone, and I said, I've had 2 hip replacements, I've had 2 rotator cuffs, I can't do this, I can't do that, I can't do this, and I'm doing all them things that I thought I couldn't do.
Yeah, I mean, it's super cool, like, to see. I think initially when you don't know what to expect and you're new to the whole thing, you've obviously got a bit of apprehensions around things, especially when you've had like bilateral hip replacements, rotator cuff surgeries, those sort of things. You're kind of a bit skeptical, like, wow, gee whiz, you know, I want to go forwards, not backwards. But I think it's just providing that reassurance that in actual fact, you've got the green light, there's nothing that should restrict you or hold you back. Age is just a freaking number, and we tried to do things, you know, we worked hard, but we worked smart first. And I think that shows in what you're able to do, what you did in the ring last year, and what you're going to do this September. So, yeah. Yeah,
I'm so fortunate. I'm going to be up in Swindon. You've agreed to come up there and be part of my entourage. Phil Harris is coming up, Sean Gross. And, you know, to think these guys, you know, are behind me and believe in me, that's enough for me to keep going, you know, including yourself.
Yeah, exactly, mate. I think ultimately in life, you know, you're only as good as the people that you surround yourself with. I think if you spend your time with positive people, hopefully that should rub off on yourself. And like I say to you, a credit to yourself. You're the one that showed up now for like nearly approaching 2 years. So there's no reason why you can't do some damage in September. I know when you obviously initially came to me, I was open and honest with you, and I said, look, I'm training to become a physiotherapist. I'm a qualified personal trainer. My remit is not necessarily boxing per se, but I can get you in decent shape, and I can build that kind of level of strength and conditioning, and we can work with that. So I was open and honest to kind of stay within my scope of practice and what I could help you with. And then obviously you sort out a little bit of boxing advice and the coaching on that. And I think the combination has just shown it's lethal even at 54, 55 years old.
Don't tell everybody that. I'm telling everybody I'm 42.
Hey, we're transparent. And, you know, hopefully that motivates other people at the end of the day. My old man's always been a big driving force in my life. He's like 56 this year. Like I say, you're mid-50s, and it just goes to show, in actual fact, if you want something bad enough, and you get in with the right people, and you're adamant that actually nothing's going to stop me, and you do things so that you don't injure yourself and whatever, You know, because we built a lot of capacity and tolerance in your hips now. You're ready for anything. We could chuck you at anything and you're kind of ready for that. And I think that's what's so cool about it, is it just really shows what you're capable of if you put your mind to it.
Yeah, I mean, all of the hip work we've done around that, you know, area that's, you know, it's a prosthetic hip. It's not real. It's been put in there by Mark Norton, and my shoulders have been done by Sean Dixon. And you know, I do feel like the Bionic Barber, and I feel like the Bionic Man, and you know, nothing's going to stop me. I'm going to keep going. Nothing is going to stop me.
Mate, if anybody's got that legitimate title, the Bionic Boxing Barber, I think it's you. And I know, like, you know, when we first started off, we were mixing things up a little bit. We were trying to find some things trying to reveal some weaknesses, really, because ultimately you're only as good as working on your weaknesses. It's quite easy to come in and do what you're good at day in, day out. And I think some of the times when we've done lower body focus sessions, you know, like you're a little bit sore from the previous session, although we tried.
A little bit sore.
Yeah.
I hate you.
I know. And you know what? But afterwards, you walk out of there and we're like, well, we did that. You know, we're all the better for it, and it shows. It shows in the way that you move. And from an outsider looking in, I wouldn't look at you and think, oh, well, this guy's had a bilateral total hip replacement. You just don't see it because you put in the groundwork. Yeah, and we just played it cute, mate.
Yeah, there's a lot of trust goes, you know, either way with a coach and a trainer. That's why it's so important to pick the right people around you, to pick the right coach, to pick the right gym. You know, get out there, get up off the settee, turn your Netflix off, and challenge yourself, and find a PT, and you know, get in there and keep punching.
Yeah, exactly. And honestly, I think the whole kind of, especially with the work that you've done for Man Down last year, I think that really highlights that ultimately mental and physical health, they're both super important, and they're almost a bit intertwined. If you can help manage those like hormones and things like that, and cortisol, and try and like, I don't know, find some sort of mechanism that helps you get rid of your stress. And at the end of the day, you can still sit down and watch your Netflix, but you'll just feel good about it because you've actually grafted. And you know.
Thank you so much for your support. The night's unfolding now, so take care and keep punching. Like and subscribe to the Bionic Boxing Barber. Cheers, mate.
And please join me for a minute's silence.